Hey series finders, welcome back. Today, we're cutting through the noise. We're talking about the crown jewels of television. HBO miniseries that are absolutely flawless from the first frame to the last. No filler, all killer. Get ready to update your watch list.
This is Easy Company, the first and finest company in this regiment.
Next, we travel to the battlefields of World War II. But this isn't a story about generals or grand strategies. This is an intimate, gut-wrenching, and profoundly human portrait of the men of Easy Company. You follow them from their grueling training all the way to the heart of Hitler's Eagle's Nest. And you feel every frozen night in Bastogne, every moment of sheer terror, and every bond of brotherhood forged in hell. It's more than a war series. It's a monumental achievement in storytelling that will leave you in awe of the greatest generation. I've rewatched this more times than I can count. And the finale, where the real veterans speak, never ever fails to make me weep. It's essential viewing. This epic masterpiece is Band of Brothers.
We're driven by trauma. We're obsessed with
Okay, shifting gears completely. What if I told you about a superhero show that completely deconstructs the idea of superheroes? Set in an alternate history where masked vigilantes are part of the fabric of society, this series is a mind-bending, provocative, and visually stunning exploration of trauma, race, and legacy. It's bold, it's weird, it's unapologetic, and it features one of the most compelling characters of the 21st century in Regina King's Sister Night. You don't need to be a comic book fan to be utterly captivated. You just need to love brilliant, ambitious television that isn't afraid to take huge swings. And trust me, it hits every single time. This revolutionary piece of television is Watchmen.
The Easttown Police Department received a call reporting a dead body in Freedom Creek.
Let's dive into a small-town mystery that is so much more than its central crime. We follow a detective, worn down by life and a past tragedy, as she investigates the murder of a young girl in a community where everyone knows everyone, and secrets are buried deep. Kate Winslet is an absolute force of nature here. You can feel her every ache and ounce of frustration. The atmosphere is so thick you could cut it with a knife, and the twists will have you yelling at your screen. But at its heart, this is a raw story about grief, community, and a mother's love. I binged the whole thing in one sitting and had zero regrets. You need to meet Mare of Easttown.
How did last night end?
Ever woken up after a wild night with a hazy memory and a sinking feeling that something terrible happened? This series starts there and spirals into one of the most intelligent, nuanced, and brutally honest explorations of sexual consent and trauma ever put on screen. It's created by and stars the phenomenal Michaela Coel, who blends dark humor with moments of such raw vulnerability, it will take your breath away. It's not always an easy watch, but it's a vital one, told with a narrative creativity and emotional truth that will stick with you long after the credits roll. This groundbreaking work is I May Destroy You.
Don't talk to anybody anymore. Shut it.
Get ready for a legal drama that will have you questioning the entire justice system. A young man wakes up after a party to find himself accused of a brutal murder he can't remember. What follows is a slow-burn, Kafkaesque nightmare through Rikers Island and the courtrooms. The detail is incredible. You see how every cog in the machine, from lawyers to cops, operates. Riz Ahmed and John Turturro deliver career-best performances, and you will be on the edge of your seat until the very last second. Your allegiance is shifting with every new piece of evidence. This relentless crime saga is the night of.
There was a murder there. Another one's missing now. Get me a story.
If you're in the mood for something that gets under your skin, follow a troubled journalist returning to her humid, oppressive hometown to investigate the murders of two young girls. This is Southern Gothic at its finest. A slow, poisonous drip of family secrets, self-destruction, and psychological torment. The atmosphere is a character in itself, and Amy Adams is phenomenal. It's less about the whodunit and more about the why-done-it and the ending. Wow. The ending is a quiet gut punch that I still think about randomly. It's hauntingly beautiful. You have to experience sharp objects. For something gritty, authentic, and darkly funny, let's embed with the Marines during the initial push of the Iraq War. This isn't a grand patriotic mission. It's a ground-level view of confusion, boredom, and sudden bursts of violence, all filtered through the cynical, brilliant eyes of Rolling Stone reporter Evan Wright. The dialogue is razor-sharp and feels improvised, and it captures the absurdity and moral ambiguity of modern warfare like nothing else. It's like being a fly on the wall in a rolling metal box of chaos, and it is utterly fascinating. This is the raw, unfiltered Generation Kill. Now, for a sweeping prestige historical epic that practically invented the award-bait miniseries. This is the intimate, often irascible story of a founding father, John Adams. From the Boston Massacre to the White House, Paul Giamatti and Laura Linney are a powerhouse duo, and their relationship is the beautiful beating heart of the show. The production design is so immersive you'll feel like you've time traveled. It's a masterclass in acting, and a fascinating look at the flawed, human men behind the legends we read about in textbooks. This legendary miniseries is John Adams.
We are in the very midst of revolution, and liberty will reign in America.
And for our final pick, a profound and heartbreakingly human story, set during the AIDS crisis in 1980s New York. Blending magical realism with stark reality, this adaptation of Tony Kushner's play is a monumental achievement. It features angels, ghosts, and Roy Cohn, all existing in a world grappling with life, death, love, and politics. The cast, including Al Pacino and Meryl Streep, is sublime. It's a demanding watch, but it rewards you with some of the most beautiful, poetic, and life-affirming moments ever captured. This theatrical triumph is Angels in America. And there you have it! 10 perfect HBO miniseries that promise no disappointment. And if you enjoyed this, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. It really helps the channel out, and it means you won't miss our next video where we're breaking down the best British crime dramas. Thanks for watching, and remember, life's too short for bad television. See you next time on Series Finder!